first player to set you free, huh? I'll tell you. Somebody betrayed me, okay? Someone blew my cover to some very bad people. They found out where we lived.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. See packing nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine, while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love it.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your and how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
In your face.
Following the fumble recovery, Bowman. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now a give, right side. Jackson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On fourth down, John Gruden says, let's try and get 3 out of this. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Defensively, here are the starters for New England. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Peck, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Ready, break. 50 cents.
They'll start here with Jackson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bowman. It's caught by Jackson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun. Bowman airing it out deep for Smith. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe there that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling up. Now with Jackson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. On 3rd and 2, Bowman. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 1st down, it's Harrison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago. 25 carries, 108 for the yardage and the score, too.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile of yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Ready?
On the draw, it's Jackson. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Smith.
That's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and build a play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Bowman. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Steelers.
Ready, ready. 30 base.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that
They'll run on first down. Harrison looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Off the play fake. Bowman. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Off play action. Bowman.
They tried a quick hitter in.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. To throw again, Bowman. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and you worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Peck nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright... And this is blocked. The Pats bring heat and they get home. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So the very rare blocked punt scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Peck firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the counter. Lee. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Down. 60 or.
To throw on 2nd down. Peck, throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Peck, throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Reed. Get it. Play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Porter. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Back to throw. Peck. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On second down, it's Harrison, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 23-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down now, Waddle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on.
Play it. Now.
On the run, this is Jackson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bowman. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Go. 50. Plant.
On 1st and 10, Bowman will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Bowman. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Bowman. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw. Peck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Peck. And he comes back with one complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking to throw. Peck is going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Peck throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sherman. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Peck. And he's got his man on the out route. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You got 3 down.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. The Snowhawks were sharp throughout as they pick up win number 3 on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. 25-13 was your final. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Patrick Mahomes leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. See what they can do this time. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, it's Jackson, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Ready. 18,
They run again with Jackson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw. Peck, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Harrison, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On first down, it's Jackson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. On third down, Waddle. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On second down, it's Harrison. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Lee. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Peck. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready? Ready?
Looking to throw. Peck. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Peck. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Waddle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Go now. 8, read.
Off the play fake. Peck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
50 seconds to Mike. Come to my work.
Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Peck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Back to throw. Peck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Peck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little. Have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Bowman. This is Johnson. He's got it. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Jackson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now. Waddle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. New England on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Bowman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
On 1st down, Peck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Peck. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Peck. Step, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up, but relentless. That's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied at getting to the quarterback.
And they're not denying him. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Peck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the blitz does come.
Good job.
You thought we'd see pressure. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, I thought that they'd be very aggressive in that type of a situation, and that's what they call getting home, because home is where the quarterback is.
And where the heart is.
And that heart just got shattered in 1,000 pieces.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Bowman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 5, and this is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete.
You got it. You got it.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Whip. Watch the whip.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Here we go.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run with Jackson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Jackson. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. And time. Their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sherman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. Rolling to his left. Fight. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So another big shot dodge there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all.
Got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Peck. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Back to throw.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Peck. And that'll be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off play action. Peck on the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Steelers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year.